also want to talk about the pricing variation between the international medical graduates for USMLE versus American medical graduates.
Yeah,
What is your take on that?
Know. Most people don't even know. The vast
Mhm.
majority of program directors don't even know that there's a price difference. I was at the program directors this meeting, and the
Okay.
people on the board of the program directors, the president of the Program Directors Association last year didn't know there was a difference in price.
Wow.
The president of the program directors, with the specialty as the largest number of IMGs, didn't know. I find that to be really insensitive. I also think that it's gouging. So first of all, that's an awful lot of money to take in for a exam that basically 80 to 90% of the questions are reused. But what can people do? The Federation of State Medical Boards has a monopoly with NBMA. What can you do? They make these decisions themselves. What can you do? I write to ECFMG, and what can you do? I don't see that they're saying, no, that's unfair. So what they do is they make statements like, well, you know, we need more security to give the test outside. Like, I don't know, I think most fixed costs are less expensive outside the United States. So step 1 and 2 are almost $1,000 for an international graduate. That's a lot of money for a medical student, especially outside the United States.
I believe it's 50% more for American graduates.
That's right, 600 to 900. If you are applying to something where people don't know you, then what they're going to know is the quality of your application. So let's say that you look through the application and it's fortunate enough to be opened because people make it through other parameters. It's like a personal statement. You can write about almost any content you want as long as the English is correct, because that's what it really is. It's a language screen. And the other parts is that people don't know you. So what do they know? They look at the application and they go, if this person has such an ugly CV, that means that person is going to be sloppy when they're doing their medical work. They're going to do sloppy medical work. So that application is basically you. So in the same way, people would fix their hair and brush their teeth before they went out to meet people. People have to make sure that these applications are done right, because that's your first chance. You only have one chance to make a first impression.
I would also like to ask about the incremental pricing for the residency applications for the international medical graduates. Would you like to elaborate on that?
Well, people want to discourage excess applications. In other words, the number of applications the program directors received has gone from 2,000 to 3,000 to 4,000. So even modest sized places are getting 3,000 to 4,000 applications each year. So the pricing of that is that's a way of discouraging excess applications. The program directors have been increasingly talking about the burden on them of having to do the application process. But it depends on who you would ask about whether or not, you know, that's a problem, or it's good to say, gee, I've got so many applications. But the issue about our discussion today about it is that if you can only interview a couple of hundred people and somebody sends you 4,000 applications and you can only interview 300 or 400, it means that you're not going to be interviewing 80 to 90% of the applications. So the point is that if you're going to spend your time and your money applying to places where you have no chance, that does waste your time and your money.